Hi everyone, in my last video I shared with you how I used the Tattered Angels Tarnished Silver metal kit. I showed you the technique for using these. So today, now I want to make a card with the samples that I made from that tutorial. So this is what they finally look like after they were dry. I love this, love it, love it. See how the texture is in there, and it's really super shiny, so it looks like silver, and it really looks tarnished. I really love that. So this was the one that was embossed after it was dry, so you can really see the embossing. And this is the other one. This is the one that we streaked, and then I think I took a baby wipe and rubbed it, and then this is one that I pounced the baby wipe on. So you can see the difference in the techniques side by side. So now let's make a card with these. So I'm going to start out with an A4 card that is folded like this, so that the fold is from the top, and it is a manila cardstock. And I'm going to distress the edges of this, because you can't have something that is really blatantly, distressed here and not have it, and have it too clean on the back side. In fact, black cardstock would probably be a better choice, but this is what I had on my desk. So I'm going to take my pumice stone distress ink, and to really bring out the texture in these, in this embossed page, I'm going to really rub that pumice stone over the top of this as well, because that's gonna really pop out those distressed edges. I mean those embossed pieces. And see how it's just darkening it up a little bit, and it's going to give it a nice texture. Okay, so there's my card base, and now I'm going to do the same thing on this card. And I'm just going to pull in around the edges, because you're not going to see it on the inside because I'm going to cover it up. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time on anything but the edge of the card. I just want to darken it so it's not such a stark contrast. Perfect. I'm going to clean that up because I don't want it to get onto the back of my card. So this was pumice stone that I'm using, and I love how it's just a little dirty. And then I'm going to take my, well, I don't want to put this down yet. I'm not going to adhere it down yet because I want to tie some string around. So the next thing I want to do is make sure that my base is going to line up, which it looks like it will perfectly. And then I'm going to take these pieces and I'm going to do some die cutting here. So I have this EK Success punch that has this, it's like a labels punch. I'm going to come down here. Oops. I can get it in the hole. Okay. So I'm going to use that one. And then I'm also going to use this one. It nests inside of it, but it's from Stamping Up, so it's this other bracket. Now, if you have a Silhouette or, another electronic cutting machine, you could probably cut two of these that nest easily. Excuse me. Okay. So now I want to kind of distress up these edges, because this cardstock was manila and I don't want that white edge to show. So I'm using my pumice stone on that as well. And I'm going to give this card, this is going to be a nice masculine card. I have a nephew who's about to have a birthday, and I want to, possibly give them this for his birthday. So I'm not going to worry too much about bulk, because I don't have to mail it. I'll be invited to his birthday party, and I'll give him a, you know, I'll give it to him there. So I'm going to hand deliver it. I'm not going to worry too much about bulk. So I'm going to take the smaller piece that I have here, and I have a Studio G stamp set that just says happy birthday and then make a wish. So I'm going to use that stamp, and I need a stamping block. And I'm going to use archival ink on this because it does have so much of the glams and glazes on this. I want to make sure that it adheres down really well. So I'm using the Make-A-Wish, and I'm going to stamp it right here in the center. Actually, I'm going to pull it down just a little bit from center because I want to add another element here. Okay, so that's perfect, and I'm using archival black ink for that. Now I'm going to take this and I'm going to nest it right on top of this, but I'm going to use a pop dot to bring it up just a little bit. And let's see here. Let me cut that. So it fits really nicely right here in the center. Then I'm going to take, this is a little red clothespin from Canvas Core, and I'm going to place it right here at the top so it kind of looks like it's holding it in place. It's almost like a little mini clipboard. In fact, I might want to go. And then I'm going to take, so I'm going to put this on here on my card blank. And this is going to sit here. Now to get this to really pop off of the page amongst all this other color, I'm going to flank it each side of it with some washi tape. And I have this tape from 7 Gypsies, and it's a red dictionary type page. So I'm just going to cover that like across here, like that. That down. And then I have this one that's also from 7 Gypsies that has it has like a ruler, which I think is appropriate for this little guy because he's growing so fast. So I'm going to place that down right there. And just because I like symmetry, it's just a thing with me, I'm going to add another row of this one right to the top of that. And this is in Spanish, which is really cool too. I don't know why I like that, but I do. I guess it was in their travel paper tape. Okay, now for those of you who get hung up on the fact that it doesn't line up, it's washi tape. You know, you can rip it if you want to, or you can leave it a clean edge. Either way, I don't sweat little details like that. Okay, now I'm going to take some twine, rub that in really well. Is it upside down? No, the card is up. Okay, there we go. Now it's going the right way. Okay, now I want to take some twine that I have here on my desk, and I have a black twine and I have a red twine, and I'm not sure if the red is going to show up, but we're going to try. So I'm probably going to mix them because I like having multiple colors on here. I think it's fun. So I'm going to take that and just kind of start where I can write, like maybe do a bow here at the bottom. So I'm going to kind of twist it around this way a couple of times. There we go. And then just separate this out a little bit. And we're going to come back in here and just tie a little bow down here at the bottom. I'll start with a knot first because it'll help hold everything in place. And then just do a simple bow. Like that. Excuse me. Okay. And maybe pull these loops down just a little bit. But I'm not going to fuss with that too much until I figure out where I want to put my little, my other little thing that I want to put on here. Which is going to go right. We may need to pull this down just a little bit. And I like how those fan out a little across that washi tape. It just gives another little hidden layer. And then we'll stick this right here on top. So it says make a wish. And then there's our little card. So let's put another, I don't know if I have any more pop dots sitting here. We'll just put a glue dot on it so it holds it in place really strong. Well, I don't have any of those either. Hold on just a second. I gotta get my pop dots. I'm sorry, I should have been more prepared, but take my pop dot right here, place it right. I'm just going to put it on there diagonal so it'll stay. And it's going to go right over the top of that. Well, yeah. And we'll trim these edges up just a little bit. And we have a very simple little masculine card. I'm going to use some of the this score tape on the back so it stays on there really nice and strong. It's kind of bulky with all the extra twine and things, so I want to make sure it has a good nice bond on it. So I'll put a couple of rows of this on there. Make sure get it going in the right direction. And just place it right here, center of the card. And there we have a very simple little card. And I think I want to round these corners just a little bit. So I have my little, this is I think it's a 1/2 inch quarter rounder. And I'm just going to chomp these edges right here. And there's our card. So thank you guys for watching me through these 2 tutorials, and again, go check out the one from earlier that shows how to do the technique with the tarnished silver. Thanks for watching, and please leave me comments.